nation of Israel has been the talk of the world in recent weeks, and not exactly for the best of reasons. However, despite their current controversial situation, few would disagree that the nation as a tourist destination is a place many want to visit. After all, it's there that many important moments in history have happened.
But with age comes wisdom.
And for historians, as well as worshippers of certain faiths, they want to visit these sacred relics and monuments. So given all of that, allow us to show you Israel's most sacred travel locations. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 6. Church of the Holy Sepulchre. By tradition, this, the holiest place for Catholic and Orthodox Christians, marks the site of Jesus' crucifixion, burial, and resurrection. It was completed in AD 335, its basilica having been constructed on the foundations of an ancient Roman temple to Venus, Aphrodite. The actual sepulchre is inside the edicule, a 2-room chapel underneath the church's rotunda. There are separate prayer times for the various denominations. Number 5. Temple Mount. The Temple Mount is a large, ancient, elevated platform in the Old City of Jerusalem, with a multifaceted and sometimes contentious religious significance. Historically, it took its shape from the construction of the first and second Jewish temples. At its center today is the Dome of the Rock, an ornate Islamic shrine built in 961, and Islam's third holiest site, as it marks the spot of Abraham's offering of Ishmael and the Prophet Muhammad's heavenward ascent. It also covers the foundation stone, itself considered the holiest site in Judaism. The Dome of the Rock is adjacent to the Al-Aqsa Mosque, also part of the Temple Mount. So as you can see, this singular point holds many points of significance, and thus is a must for those who take the journey. Number 4. The Western Wall. The Western Wall, also known as the Wailing Wall, is one of Judaism's most holy sites and forms part of the western flank of the holy site of the Temple Mount. The wall is the imposing remnant of Jerusalem's Second Temple, which the Romans destroyed in AD 70. According to Jewish tradition, despite the temple's destruction, the divine presence never left. While the wall itself stands as an impressive archaeological record from the time of King Herod, the hush that envelops the plaza in front of it as Jews approach the base of the wall to pray is also captivating. Jews come from all over the world to place prayer notes in the wall's crevices. Number 3. Mount Zion. Jerusalem's Zion Gate connects the Old City to Mount Zion, just west of the Mount of Olives, and a place that holds sites sacred to Christians and Jews. The tomb of King David is located here, as is the Room of the Last Supper, which is a Romanesque crusader structure also called the Coenaculum. Also on Mount Zion is Dormition Abbey, which by Catholic tradition is where the Virgin Mary fell into an eternal sleep, the Assumption of Mary. Number 2. Via Dolorosa. The Via Dolorosa is the road Jesus walked from the place of Pontius Pilate's sentencing to Golgotha, the location of the crucifixion, and is the most sacred Christian byway in the world. Of the 14 stations, which Christians have been walking for more than 1,000 years, the most famous is the Praetorium, where Jesus took up the cross, and the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Those walking the Via Dolorosa, which means Way of Sorrows, symbolically relive the moments of Christ's Passion, which obviously was one of the most important parts of his death, as he endured tremendous pain before the end. Number 1. Mount of Olives. The Mount of Olives, so named for the olive trees that once grew in abundance there, rises some 2,683 feet above East Jerusalem. Perhaps most widely known as the site of a Jewish cemetery in use for more than 3,000 years, it's home to sites of significance to Christianity and Islam as well. Mary's tomb, the Church of Maria Magdalene, the tomb of Zechariah, and the Garden of Gethsemane are all located here. Anyone who knows the Christian Bible knows the various stories that were held in the area of the Mount of Olives, so you can see why many would want to come here. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at the places of Israel that are incredibly sacred to the nation, and thus should be respected as you go and visit them potentially? How many of these sacred spots did you know about beforehand? Which ones would you be the most interested in visiting if you head to the nation of Israel? Or have you already been there? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.